Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you Eli's 7 to 8 month update. I know I'm a little bit late with this video. He actually turned 8 months on the 25th of September. And I am filming this the first week of October. But nevertheless, I wanted to share with you guys all the fun stuff that he's been doing. Just go over this milestone with you guys so you know what to expect if you have a little one at home that is about to turn the same age, or you're just curious. Now, don't forget, all babies are different. So if you have any questions or anything, always consult your pediatrician. I am not an expert. I am just sharing with you everything that Eli has been doing and any advice that I can share with you. I'm looking over here because he just woke up. I'm filming this in the morning. He's over here in the pack and play drinking his bottle. So you'll probably hear him. But before we get into today's video, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button below. Stick around. I really hope that you stay and become a part of our YouTube family here. I am a mother of two. I have my baby boy who's 8 months old, and I do have a 2-year-old named Ava, and I share all things motherhood and lifestyle. So we're gonna hop right into today's video. So to start off with, I know that I've shared this in his previous updates. I use his baby book. This is by Carter's. I got this on Amazon, but you could probably get it maybe at a Hallmark store. But if you followed me here, you know I'm an Amazon geek, so I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon. So actually, I haven't, guilty mentioning this, I am admitting that I haven't filled in his 7 to 8 months. I have just been crazy this past month, but I have kept note of everything on my phone, which is why I have it next to me in all his videos, because I always try to take notes and keep track of things in my phone, because I definitely will forget being a working mom and having so much on my plate. So to start off with, we're gonna start with like coordination and some new things that he is doing. I know, Eli, and I will be putting in some clips of him, so it's just not me talking in this whole video, and then hopefully I can get him over here to say bye to you guys or hi to you guys. So to start off with, he is army crawling. He is crawling everywhere. We have a baby gate that I put him in, you know, so I can get stuff done around the house, because if not, he will literally be in every little place in this house. And he loves to follow Ava around. He gets up on his knees, but he's not crawling fully on his knees. He just kind of like army crawls. And he is starting to pull himself up on things, but he's still getting, you know, trying to learn that. But he's very fast at army crawling, very fast. He grabs everything. He loves balls. I don't know what it is with boys. My brother, when he was a baby, my mom said he was the same way. So he loves like the plastic balls and stuff, and just anything that he can grab. He just has really good coordination with grabbing stuff, and he just loves playing with his sister. She likes actually playing in the gate too, like, so I'll put her in there. Of course, she knows how to get out, but I've kind of just used her play area, and I put them together because they like to be together anyway. So yeah, that is the main new thing that he is doing for milestones. Now let's get into his eating habits. So he's definitely eating more solids. He you know, he eats a mixture obviously of vegetables and fruit, and I try to make him food, but honestly I'm going to admit that I just haven't been able to home make his food as much as I did Ava. But I do buy all organic food for him. I usually buy this brand for him. That's my favorite brand. And I usually buy all vegetables, and then he's at my mother-in-law's house 3 days a week, so she usually blends up some fruit for him, and we're starting to try to make it a little bit more chunkier. And he loves eating cookies, and his favorite thing right now is I give him this little fruit thing that I put usually bananas or something in it, and he loves that. He will eat a whole banana like that, and that's probably his favorite thing. And he does like these teething cookies that I get from Aldi's. That's another place where they have our organic baby food. I usually get the jars, but every now and then I do get the pouches. I just like to spoon feed him, but here soon I will probably be giving him little pieces of things and trying to do some baby-led feeding and just getting him comfortable with some different textures. He hasn't had too much meat. I think my mom did give him some baby chicken, but and he seemed to like it, but I haven't personally given him meat. He is watched by my mom and my mother-in-law while I work, so they also experiment with things, but he just loves eating in general. But he's down to about 3 bottles. Every now and then he'll have 3 6-ounce bottles plus foods, solids, but he will sometimes have a 4th bottle. Just depends on if he's, you know, fussy or teething or whatnot, but most of the time he'll have 3 6-ounce bottles. It just depends on how, you know, the day, just like us, you know, sometimes we drink more, sometimes we eat more, so that it really just depends on him. And he's obviously still on formula. I don't usually introduce whole milk until 1 year old, and I don't usually give them water until 1 year old, so I just keep them on the formula and obviously solids. So sleeping patterns, he sleeps amazing. He usually goes to bed around 9 p.m. and he goes to bed so late because, you know, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, I don't get home to work until about 6:45. By the time we do dinner, play, and just our evening routine, spending time together, he doesn't go to bed until 9, and my daughter doesn't go to bed until about 9:30. So they do have late bedtimes, but he does sleep through the whole night, and they, on a weekday, they usually wake up about 7:30, 7:15, 7:30. I actually have to wake them up. But if it's a normal day, like today for instance, and I'm off, they will sleep in until about 9. With, you know, but before that, usually I have to wake them up. Every now and then he will wake up in the middle of the night, maybe because he might have had like a little dream, or he just is teething, or he might be hungry, so I might have to give him a little bit of a bottle for him to go back down to sleep. Eli, what's going on? Are you saying hi? So, but that rarely ever happens. He is taking a Binky. He loves his Binky. We use the Bibs Binkies. And he loves those, so he definitely has to have his Binky. So sometimes he does wake up because I don't know why, he likes, somehow he throws his Binky like behind his crib, and then he wakes up because he notices he doesn't have it, and then I have to try to find his Binky or go get another one. So sometimes that happens, but for the most part, he sleeps about 8 to 12 hours a night, just depending on what we're doing. And I still put him in the sleep sacks. We use the nested bean, or I did buy some Amazon, just regular, it's like a tank top, because I put him, woo, did you hear him? He just burped. I put him in long sleeve sleepers, and then I have like these tank top sleep sacks. He can sleep without them, like he will stay asleep, but the thing is I don't have a bumper around his crib, just because I didn't buy one this time around. I couldn't find one that I actually liked, and if I don't put him in the sleep sacks, he gets his like feet and stuff stuck, and he hasn't really figured, you know, and it wakes him up. So when I put him in the sleep sacks, yeah, when I put him in the sleep sacks, he doesn't do that because, you know, it's kind of like a wearable, it's a wearable blanket, so he doesn't get his feet and legs stuck in the crib. But I know as they get older, you know, even if they do that, they're able to like get themselves out of it and not wake up. But he's still a little bit too young. I'm thinking about buying one of those braided bumpers for him, but right now we haven't needed it. I know we haven't needed it because of the sleep sack, so I just don't know if I want to spend extra money on that. And you know, Ava did have a bumper that went with her set, her crib set, and it did come in handy, but I feel like it's one of those things that it's like you could probably get away without having it. And some doctors recommend not even to have it, and you have to make sure that it's one of those breathable ones, of course. So sleeping is amazing, can't complain there. So some other new milestones and just cute memories is he's talking like a lot more. As you heard, he's just like, wah, wah, wah. Like he's making a lot of new sounds. It's so cute, and I think he just kind of plays with like the way his voice sounds. It is adorable. So he's definitely talking up a storm. And he does have 2 teeth. So that's all he has is 2 teeth, and he got those probably about, I want to say about 6.5 to 7 months those came up. So they did come up later than my daughter. My daughter got hers at 4 months, which I've mentioned before. Some other characteristics, his hair is super light. It's a lot, well, it's not as light as mine was when I was a baby, but it's way lighter than Ava, so he definitely took after me with that. And we kind of like just, David cuts his own hair, so he kind of like cuts it on the sides, because if not, it like sticks out all crazy and stuff. And we just started putting some little gel in his hair, some baby gel, to kind of like
put it up right there, and it looks so cute. He's such an adorable baby, and he has little 2 cute dimples here. So he's definitely more fair than my daughter, so he's definitely, I feel like he takes more after me than he does David's side, but he still looks like David. Ava just looks way more like David's side of the family than me, and David is Colombian, so of course she has more of a Spanish look as well. So let's see, what else am I forgetting? This is probably going to be one of the quickest updates that I do, just because there's not as much that has, you know, happened. I feel like during like the first 5 months, way more happens than now, and then it starts slowing down. But I just can't believe that he's going to be a year old in January. I'm trying to think of the theme that I want his birthday to be. We're just going to have it at probably my house or my mom's, and just decorate and you know, do some activities and play games and things like that. I'm not going to go all out with his first birthday. I had Ava's first birthday at a indoor playground, which I consider doing that for Eli, but I feel like I would rather splurge a little bit more with his 1-year cake smash. Her cake smash, I really didn't splurge that much with her cake smash, so I think that's probably what we're gonna do. And then my daughter's birthday literally comes up like 2 months later. So all right, so clothes size, he's in 9 months clothes, but he can actually, I mean, he wears the 6 to 9 month size or 9 month clothes. I even have some 12-month clothes for him that he fits in. Honestly, I don't even want to buy any more 9-month clothes because I feel like he's going to grow out of it super fast. He's definitely bigger than Ava was at his age. So at this point, I'm just going to buy 12-month clothes because it will last longer for him, especially when it comes to like, you know, especially when it comes to more like winter stuff. He's in size 4 diapers still. I think he'll probably be in that size for a while. Shoe size, when I decide to put shoes on him, I feel like my daughter, I put shoes on her all the time, but with him, it's like, I just feel like he looks so much cuter without shoes. I don't know what it is, if he's a boy, but I just love his little feet. But we did recently buy him some Vans, so he's like in a size 3 or 4. And of course, you want to make sure you buy it bigger because their feet grow like every 2 days, it feels like. So that is his clothes size, diaper size, shoe size. I'm super excited for Halloween. I can't wait to announce well, we probably won't announce our Halloween costumes until Halloween. Usually that's the way we do it. But I got some fun activities planned and some fun videos to share with you guys. So I really hope you guys, again, subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for those. I'm not doing like a Vlogtober, which is super cute because I can't vlog every day, but I definitely hope to have some Halloween theme and fall theme videos up for you guys. I'm going to be doing boot baskets for my kids this year, so I'm going to be posting hopefully later this week a budget-friendly boot basket idea video, so stay tuned for that. So we'll get into some favorite things that he loves. Of course, I mentioned he loves eating. What baby doesn't? But this baby literally gets like, so I've never seen a baby get so excited with eating. He's like he's going to have a seizure or something if he doesn't eat that food. It's so insane, but he loves eating, crawling, and he just likes being free. Like, he just likes, of course, roaming around the house. My daughter was like that, but if you can't let them do that all the time. I was never one of those people that like baby-proofed my house like crazy. The only thing that I have done for Ava is gotten the doorknob things because this girl, she's 2.5. But recently, probably it's been months, but she just loves opening doors. So I had to get those doorknob proof things so she didn't just like go out of the house or something like that, something crazy. So I did do that, but I never really baby proofed any of the cabinets or the rest of the house or anything like that. But I definitely recommend getting a gate of some kind or a playpen that's bigger than a pack and play, because there are going to be times where you will let them roam around the house. You know, if I'm there playing with him, I'll let him be free like that, like he likes. But for the most part, I put him in I have a mat. I'll show you a clip here, but I have a mat with a gate. It's a small area because we live in a townhouse, but we do have a small play area downstairs for them. I really, really hate clutter, so I'm going to probably be trying to revamp that play area because I just feel like things have gotten very cluttered lately, and I just really need to declutter and change out their toys because it's crazy. That's why we're also not going crazy with Christmas this year either, because it's just not necessary. He has a lot of toys from Ava, so we're going to just be low-key when it comes to Christmas gifts. He loves his bouncer still. We put him in that. We just try to put him, the key is to keep, you just got to keep your babies entertained so that you can still get stuff done around the house. That's one thing I've learned about a mom is you still got to get stuff done. You play with your kids and things like that, but the key to keeping your kids happy is changing them up all the time, keeping them entertained. Obviously they're not going to be wanting to do the same thing every day, so you let them crawl around, you put them in the bouncer, you put them here. So that's what I try to do. He still loves his bouncer. He has a walker at my in-laws house, which he loves. I decided I wasn't going to buy him a walker for here because 3 days a week he uses it over there. I think that's a good amount of time. So I just decided I'm not going to buy a walker. It just doesn't. Pretty soon here he's going to be walking, and he's going to be walking everywhere without it. And I'll probably just buy him one of those little toy walkers that you can just push. That's probably what I'll buy. He loves being in the stroller, just looking around. I have a City Select Luxe double stroller that we love, and he loves going to the park and just, we've gone to SeaWorld. We haven't gone too many places, unfortunately, because of the pandemic. I went so many more places with Ava. We were going to try to go to Disney this year, but it's just, my mother-in-law works for Disney and it's all blocked out. So we're probably gonna have to wait till next year. But we have gone to the park, we've gone to SeaWorld. We're gonna go to the pumpkin patch next Sunday. So that's another vlog I'm excited to share with you guys. And then of course I mentioned he loves playing with Ava. He's obsessed with her. He laughs like, he just wants to look at her. They play with each other in the car seats. And that's another thing. He's such a smiley baby. He's so happy in the morning. And he literally, like right now, he's just entertaining himself. And he's only like cranky when, of course, he's teething and he's super hungry or he's tired. That's one of the three things. Literally one of the three things. Or maybe he's bored and wants me to hold him or change it up a little bit. But yeah, I think that is pretty much everything. Let me do a double scan through my phone, but I'm pretty sure that that is everything. He hasn't sat up alone yet. Like, of course, he's been sitting up since, I want to say like, probably about 4 or 5 months he's been sitting up. Like, he's been, if I sit him up, he sits up unassisted and he'll stay that way. And he can go from sitting to on his stomach, but he hasn't actually like, gone from being laying down to go to sitting. He hasn't done that yet. So I think it's a little bit longer. I think I want to say probably around the 10 to 11 month mark they start doing that, but he's getting there. He's getting super strong. Oh, last update before I get Mr. Eli and bring him in here is update on his flat head. So we decided his head is getting so much better. I did another appointment with his pediatrician and she said that his head looks amazing. He doesn't sleep on his back anymore. He loves sleeping on his stomach. Literally, he'll like sleeping on his side or his stomach. He won't sleep on his back, but his head, it looks amazing, and she believes that it will correct itself. He literally just has a little flat spot on the one side of his head. It's not even that noticeable, and of course baby's head is going to be exactly round. We did go to the cranial technology place for consultation. They did recommend that he wear a band for a short period of time, but they were charging so much money for it, and I just feel like it's not necessary, and our insurance doesn't cover it because they consider it an exception, like it's some type of cosmetic thing, which is crazy. So it's like literally over $2,000 for him to wear it 3 or 4 months, and I just think, and even I consulted with my pediatrician again, I just think it's super unnecessary, and that's a lot of money to spend for something that would most likely correct itself. Now, of course, if he had a, it's called, I'm not good at pronunciation, but it's Plagoselphly. I'm super bad at pronouncing that word. But if he had a very, very severe case of it, a very severe case of flathead syndrome, then of course I would definitely do it. But you can barely even tell when you look at it, and it's nothing that's going to affect his development or his growth or anything negatively. Literally, the cranial technology place said that, oh, if we don't do it, it's not detrimental, that he might have some asymmetry, which everybody does, and that, he has a wider head at the top. They said maybe helmets and hats and glasses and things like that may fit him differently, but that's with everybody. And like I said, I consulted my pediatrician again before we made the final decision, and she said that she doesn't, honestly, you know, it's not something that if your insurance isn't going to cover it, it's not something that's detrimental that you need to do. Now, if our insurance would have covered it, then I probably would have just gone ahead and do it just as a precaution. But, you know, this is still something I struggle with my kids. It's like, I just don't want to make a decision that I'm going to regret later. And I get emotional about it because I'm like, okay, I just want to make sure that I'm making the right decision with everything, because it's just, you know, you don't want it to be like 2-3 years from now or whatever, and then they'd be like, oh, mommy, why didn't you ever do that for me? Or even if when they're a teenager, you know. But this is not something that is going to be detrimental, so I feel good about my decision, and I talked to my husband about it, and we feel good that we're not going to do it. And I'll bring him in here in a minute, and you'll probably say the same thing, that it's something that would correct itself over time. His head still has a lot of growing to do and things like that. So I feel confident that it's going to do that. Another thing, actually tomorrow I have an appointment for his birthmark. He has a hematoma strawberry birthmark here that he was born with, and it got super raised, kind of like a mole, looks like a strawberry. And I have an appointment with a dermatologist tomorrow, pediatrician dermatologist, to look into getting that removed, because it hasn't grown anymore since it started becoming raised. And my pediatrician said it could even fall off by itself, but she said that if, you know, we wanted to, we can look into just getting it removed, because sometimes they do fall off, sometimes they don't. It's just in his hairline up here, which I will show you. I'll put a clip here, and it's nothing that's, you know, going health-wise that is negative or anything. It's just like a simple like mole birthmark. But we want to get it removed, of course, because it is pretty big. So I will update you on that in his next update. So let me bring Mr. Eli over to here so he can say hi. Hi, baby. Ooh. That's one of his favorite toys, Mrs. Sophie. Woo! Look. This is Mr. Eli. Look, Eli, look at the camera. So as you can see, his head does not look bad at all. Not bad at all. Like, it's a little bit wide up here, but like, it's not something that you would even notice unless I pointed it out to you. Right, Mr. Eli? Can you say hi? Hi. He's like looking at everything. Yeah, Mrs. Sophie? No? You don't want Mrs. Sophie? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this update of this little milk monster is what I call him. We just got him these cutest little PJs, my grandmother, that says Milk Monster, and I can't wait to put them on him. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like it, give it a thumbs up if you like it, but I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.